books. I don't know what the I'm doing. It really sucks. Babes, get in the bathroom. We are doing skincare. I recently picked up some of the Roche-Posay products. The first is the foaming cleanser. The second is the brightening vitamin C cleanser, and then their moisturizer. I am super obsessed with these products. I got them with my own money. It's not sponsored, none of that. I was just looking for a cleanser that was delicate with the skin, and these products did that. In addition to, my face is glowing. I know you see it. I know you see it. So if you're looking for a new product to try, I highly recommend. I am literally so tired. It is nothing but like 7:30 or 8 o'clock. Miss Mama's, that 9-month-old supervisor, she has been fighting me. So if you're not doing your skincare right now, babe, we're in the bathroom. Come in the bathroom and let's do some skincare real quick and let's chat. She is not in the mood to be on her diaper changing table either. So it's like, oh, I didn't say the first thing. The first thing is she has decided she doesn't want to eat solids anymore. She's over it. She doesn't want to do it at all. And it's so disheartening because I'm like, what did I do? I'm gonna do a double cleanse only because I had on makeup earlier today. Sorry, I'm gonna be all over the place, but makeup on earlier today and I just want to make sure it's gone. She was having avocado, she was having lentils, she was having sweet potato. And honestly, as I say those things out loud, maybe that's the problem. Maybe she's not been having enough like flavorful things, but I'm just reading the books. I don't know what the I'm doing. I don't want it to be stressful for her at all. I want her to enjoy eating, to have fun. So I am just staying patient, girl. Wish me luck. We're literally gonna have a 1-year-old at the top of the year. Like, can y'all believe it? Time literally flew. I know that a lot of the girlies have said that this, or a lot of the esthetician girlies have said that this brand is actually like, they suck, but I don't feel like they should be too bad for hyaluronic acid. This is literally the only thing that I use on the regular. I'm just gonna go in with my Peter Thomas, the water drench. I try to like really moisturize her. I try to like really like kind of really literally drench my face at night. Overall, it was a good day. We went to a first birthday party, and to be honest with y'all, there was so many of us pregnant. We was real pregnant last year, so y'all gonna see me at hella first birthdays. But it was super cute. It was pumpkin patch themed, so that's adorable. And again, that just reminds me that we're literally gonna have a 1-year-old here. Anyways, I don't know. For this week, I don't know. Like, it's starting to get darker earlier. It's literally already dark. I mean, I know it's 8 o'clock now, but it started, like, the sun, like, started to set around, like, 5:30. This part of the year, while I think I mentioned before that it's supposed to be a slowdown, it literally never is. Or at least I have convinced myself it's supposed to be a slowdown. It's literally not. And this is the Ocean Eyes by O'Shea. I hope I'm saying this brand right. Girl, I'm just guessing. Anyways, what will I say about it? It doesn't do anything. It doesn't do any type of brightening, but it definitely does keep your under eye moisturized. I do also kind of tap in some Vaseline from here to there, just in case I got B2B cheeks. I'm just kidding. But I do put some Vaseline under my eyes. I feel like I definitely struggled with dark under eyes for a while. And I feel like I have a routine now that takes care of that. Anyways, this week I'm like literally already over it. I don't want to hear my alarm. I'm not into it. I'm not feeling it. I'm just waiting for the day that I get to choose what my schedule is supposed to be like. And this is truly the whole purpose behind me creating my own lane with my agency. And it's kind of crazy that I decided to start an agency. Never saw this in my future at all. Mind you, this is the most difficult I've ever done in my life, but I'm having fun. So I'm just kind of waiting for my life, like my dream, my real life, not even my dream life, like my actual life. I'm supposed to be getting up. You know, if I want to get up at 5 a.m., I'll get up at 5 a.m. If I don't want to get up at 5 a.m., I don't have to. You know, let my baby hang out with the nanny. You know, maybe go and grab a little coffee, do a little work, take a couple meetings, come home, prepare dinner for my family, you know, and put my kids to bed, and then maybe go get a nighttime massage. Like, life is already hard enough. Let's have the softness. Mind you, the economy currently sucks. To drag these day in and day out drags, like day in and day out things that like we don't like about life. Like there's something you don't like about life right now. And I'm not talking your kids are stressing you out and you feel like you need more money, because I was listening to something the other day and it was just a true point. You know, if you're not happy right now, broke, then you're not going to be happy with money. You got to figure out what that is internally. So let's find that joy and let's find that peace. Let's find that purpose. And maybe it's not necessarily attached to our careers. Maybe it is attached to this newfound identity we're going to be breaking into in 2026. I just know it. I just want us to tap in and focus on that. We deserve it. We deserve it. Not comparing, not getting distracted, because the devil loves a distraction. Okay? Rant over. I don't know if I made any sense. And I don't eat or try not to eat after 8, but the way I just got my ass kicked, I think I'm finna order some shrimp nachos. Again, judge a granny.
I was trying to park in like the front of our church and they were like, no, we reserved this for first time guests and handicapped. I'm like, I should have said, I have a stroller. Cause honey, I was whipping into the parking spot. You okay, mama? Oh, it's okay, mommy. Whipping into the parking spot, and I know that I'm not supposed to park over there. I just wanted to try it anyway. And then when we got in there, babes, we had to go into overflow. And I was like, oh my gosh. But honestly, I have not been to church in like, I want to say like a month and a half. I did try, we were like on our way to church one day, but we were already running late. And then there was traffic, if you know Atlanta, unnecessary construction on the weekend. And we were going to be like 30 minutes late to church. So we decided to reroute and go to brunch. So I haven't been to church in like a month and a half. And I feel like personally, while I have been busy, I don't need to be too busy for God. And I also value being amongst other believers and things like that. I do value that. And I know that's not everybody's thing, you know. Of course, I'm watching church and things like that online, but it's not the same for me. And I'm like, I've gotten comfortable being like, I'm tired, or, you know, the laundry's not done, or the baby needs something, or the baby needs to sleep, or it's in between her nap. And I'm just like, I need to stop. So, need to get back into church. But she did pretty well. She normally does pretty well. She normally just like, gets a little like, with your kids, like if they're not crying and things like that, if they're just like talking like mommy, or if they're like, and they're a baby, it's like it's really nothing you can do about it unless your baby like takes a pacifier and doesn't spit it out. As you can see right now, this is really how she was talking in church, and because we were in the overflow, there was a more concentrated crowd, so we didn't have that, I guess you could say, more space to kind of make more noise and be a little drowned out because there's more people in there. But she normally does fine. She normally doesn't really have an issue. No real like big fits or tantrums or anything like that. So I'm grateful. We will be back next Sunday, and I need to start leaving earlier for church, period. Because as you can see, like I literally just kind of threw something on, but God will accept me however I come. But yeah, we're just gonna have a little like Sunday reset, do some laundry, kind of get our minds right, and get ready for another great week.
Baby goes to sleep, I'm literally so tempted to go to sleep myself. This week has been quite the week. My husband has been traveling a little more for work this year, so the girls this week have been, oh my gosh, that means that every creak, crack, every little noise in the house is freaking me out. But I think out of all the trips that he's taken this year for work, this is my best work yet. Okay, it's my best work yet. I've been like, sis, you're gonna have to boss up, little bitch. You're gonna have to boss up. Like, we can't sit in the house and be freaking anxious and scared all day. At the end of the day, whatever happens, happens. Can't prevent it. One thing that I also learned this week is that my husband is traveling for work. That does not mean because he goes out of the house that he is partying and having fun. I don't know. As a mother, it's like anybody who gets to touch grass, I'm like, you're living the life. I don't want to hear any complaint. But on the other end, I need to have more grace for both sides, for both of us, not both sides, but for both of us. Have grace for him and his experience being a Black man in America. And I need to, he needs to have grace for me as far as being a mom, working, and at home, okay? Because neither one are a game and neither one are a joke. I realized he definitely needs more of my attention. I need to be better at that. I feel like I used to talk about my relationship more so on my podcast than I did on my blog, but I definitely want to be more transparent about my relationship, but also still keeping it private, because it deserves that. It deserves to stay in a place that, keeps it true, authentic, and protected. And not that it can't if we discuss it, but yeah, I just want to make sure that that just remains my focus. But it's like I was reading all the baby books and they were like, make sure you date, make sure you prioritize your relationship. And I was like, babe, let's make sure we date, honey. I have not taken one page out of that book. I ain't gonna hold you. One, because none of the shit in there applies to the kid. Not one. It kind of gives you a blueprint, maybe not a blueprint, but like an overall kind of view of what your baby should be doing, what they might be doing, and what they're capable of doing. But every baby is different and every baby does their own thing. It was like, make sure you date and things. And I'm like, oh, we got that in the bag. It is literally so hard because now it's like, I don't know. I think I mentioned I want to be better at asking for help. And I think, the both of us, when I met D, like we were two people with calendars, extensive calendars. We had hella events for friends, and we're both like true advocates for making sure we show up for our friends, important to relationships. And we're still on that. And I realized, we will get help for people, get people to watch our daughter for us, but it's just like for us to go to events, not for us to have date night. I would sit here, girl, and be like, make sure you go on dates even after that baby, but it's very hard to coordinate. Like, it's something you have to be truly intentional about. And even then, like I said, it's 7:30 and I'm like, girl, I want to go to bed. Oof. But I need to wash bottles, wipe down the toys, wipe down the high chair, like all of those different things, which I might not do. I just might not do. Yeah. But anyways, tomorrow we have dinner. We're going to dinner.